welcome back to the Little Red Schoolhouse, and I'm excited to announce that Parenting OC Magazine and the Little Red Schoolhouse has partnered to bring busy moms like you fun, inspired, actionable crafts that you can do at home all summer long with your kids. Today we're going to do an inspired Georgia O'Keeffe paper flower lesson that ties in with our artist, Georgia O'Keeffe, that we're learning about. So we're reading and writing all about Georgia, and then we're doing this fun art project, and we're gonna make these out of coffee filters, believe it or not. So we've got all these supplies right here in our kitchen, and we're gonna use them today for some Georgia O'Keeffe inspired flowers. All right, guys, so we've read all about Georgia, we've written about Georgia. She's an amazing artist, and as you know, she drew flowers and painted flowers. So we just picked this from our yard, and this is some just visual inspiration for us. This is a magnolia blossom, and we just pulled off the whole branch here, but it's starting to wilt a little. We just pulled it off today, but it's getting a little brown, but they are stunning. They're gorgeous. And Georgia O'Keeffe has these beautiful white flowers that she paints. She's done orchids and irises and all different types of flowers. So today we're gonna do a couple. She also has a sunflower. So in her honor, we're picking a couple flowers to make out of tissue paper and coffee filters that you have right at home. So today we're gonna do the white magnolia flower, and we're gonna start with just simple coffee filters and scissors. All right, so here I have white coffee filters. Okay, just plain white coffee filters. And I'm gonna take it like this. And by the way, we're doing, all of our lessons are downloadable on our website. So we'll have it under Artist Study Georgia O'Keeffe, and we will have the downloadable free mini lessons for you to learn all about her, as well as learning the anatomy of a flower, and all kinds of activities for TK through 3rd grade kids. So you can do some fun reading, writing, and science all at home that tie in with our flower theme. So we've got STEM, science, writing, and art. So here I've kind of crinkled it up, and you see how it's giving it all this texture? So I'm just twisting it. I'll do it again so you guys can see. Just taking a coffee filter and just kind of twisting it to give it that texture that I want. Okay, and then unwrapping it. These are great for building fine motor muscles in our little kids' hands. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of crumple it up, and I might cut into it a little bit just to kind of round, give it some rounded corners and make them look a little bit more like petals. Just gonna cut into it a little bit. Okay, rounding the edges, and I'm just doing a few. Georgia O'Keeffe painted these huge flowers. They were just as big as life. And that's what I love about the magnolia flower. We have a magnolia tree in the backyard, so we just climbed up, and my daughter picked that branch down, and they've got these huge leaves that go with it, and we're gonna make some huge leaves ourselves today. So I've just kind of rounded that out. Do you see how it's just kind of giving some depth and dimension, and it's all crinkly, so that adds texture. And this was just from a coffee filter, guys. Pretty amazing. I'm gonna get another coffee filter, and I'm gonna do the same thing because I like the idea. I'm gonna actually grab 2. I like the idea of having it layered. So again, I'm just gonna go like this, just twist it. All right, then we're gonna open it up because I wanna layer it and have a smaller one inside of a larger one. And then I don't know if you have fluff balls at home, little pom-poms, but we have pom-poms here. So we're gonna use that for the inside of the flower. And I don't know if students know the names, or your kids know the names of all the different parts of a flower. But when they go on our website and download our PDF, they'll get to learn all about the anatomy of a flower. So what the blossom is, and the leaf, and the stem, the seeds, the ovary, right? The roots. All right, so now we have 2 at the bottom. We're gonna have 1 inside, just like that. And I'm just holding this with my hand, kind of creating and scrunching down and creating petals. This is just with our hands. And fine motor is so important for kids in learning writing, right? So practicing their writing skills and using their pincer grip, which is the exact same grip that we're using to hold a pencil, as we're using to make these flowers. So here are my little pom-poms, and I'm gonna choose yellow. And I'm gonna use a hot glue gun, but that's obviously, the moms can use the hot glue gun, or you can have your kids just use Elmer's glue or any kind of glue, tacky glue. I'm gonna use my trusty hot glue gun because of course it works so well. And I'm just gonna put that in the middle, and I'm just going to stick that in. All right guys, so the beautiful magnolia flower also has these beautiful leaves. You wanna show these leaves? They're just gorgeous, they're huge. And one side is green and the other side is like a soft, almost felty-like texture, and they're brown. So we're gonna make those. I'm gonna take a real magnolia leaf as a guide. And I just can't wait for you to learn about Georgia at home, and I can't wait for you to learn all about the fun anatomy of a flower, and you can dissect a flower at home with your kids and learn all about it. So here's a leaf. I'm gonna mount mine onto black construction paper, and it's gonna go with our Georgia O'Keeffe writing. So if you'd like to write about her after you do some reading and research, then you can add these paper flowers to your writing, and it's a beautiful art craft. All right guys, so this is the final product. I just tacked this down, so green leaf on this side and brown on the other to make it look as lifelike as possible. And we just tacked this onto, with some glue, onto the black construction paper. And here's a couple others. I'll just scoot this out of the way so you can see. These are few of the ones that we made. Simple craft, very Georgia O'Keeffe-ish, and made out of a coffee filter at home. So just very simple, very few supplies. I have a couple others that I would like to show you as well, which is going to be this little one that we did. And we just cut, instead of, we don't have orange coffee filters, but instead of using a coffee filter, we just cut orange tissue paper and layered it, same way that we did with the coffee filters, and then put the little pom-pom in the middle. So we did this one. And another thing that you can do is take your coffee filters, right? So just plain white coffee filters, turn them upside down. This is how you dye the coffee filters. So there's a teeny bit of water in here, and let's say I want a yellow flower. I'm just gonna add a little bit of yellow food coloring in here, and it's very simple. Just gonna take a stack of a few coffee filters, turn them upside down, and I'm just gonna go like this. You can see with the camera how it's traveling up, right? Traveling all the way up my flower. Wow, it's really soaking it up, isn't it? And then I'm just gonna leave it outside to dry, and it will dry in the sun, and then we'll have like, let's see, we'll have about 3 yellow flowers when they're done. And you can do the same thing with the red. I took a little red food coloring, added a little bit of blue to get a pink color. You see how it's sucking all the way up? And it looks kind of purple right now, but it won't. When it dries in the sun, it's gonna be very pink. They end up looking like this, which is a really, almost like a tie-dye look. Really pretty. And then you can make these, when they're dry, you can use these to make your Georgia O'Keeffe flowers and put the pom-poms in the center. All right guys, so this is our final product of our Georgia O'Keeffe inspired paper flower craft. We hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you next time.